The Kremlin has acknowledged China's proposal for a political solution in Ukraine, but it also added that the conditions for a peaceful resolution of the conflict are not in place at the moment, and therefore the military operations in Ukraine will continue. Earlier, the Biden administration added Chinese and Russian companies to a trade blacklist for allegedly supporting the Russian military. To this, China said that it would take resolute countermeasures in response to U.S. sanctions.
美方的行径没有任何国际法依据，也没有安理会授权，是典型的非法单边制裁和长臂管辖，严重损害中方利益。中方对此强烈不满和坚决反对，已向美方提出严正交涉。
The United States is watching China's moves on the Russia-Ukraine war very closely. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has vowed real consequences for China if it moves ahead with providing lethal aid to Russia.
We have at this point not seen them take the step of providing weapons to Russia for purposes of the war in Ukraine. We are watching closely. We know they haven't taken it off the table, and we are sending a clear message, as are our European allies, that this would be a real mistake because those weapons would be used to bombard cities and kill civilians, and China should want no part of that.
The United States and its NATO allies in recent days have been scrambling to dissuade China from such a move, making public comments on their belief that China is considering providing lethal equipment to Russia. Last February, before Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia and China signed a no-limits partnership. The economic links between Russia and China have also deepened, and the Western suspicion grows stronger as so far China has not condemned the conflict. In Bakhmut, the commander of the Ukrainian ground forces, Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, has visited the town. He visited Bakhmut to boost morale and discuss strategy with the units. According to the military experts, Ukraine will put maximum effort to defend Bakhmut in the coming days. Russia has made the capture of Bakhmut a priority in its strategy to take control of Ukraine's eastern Donbas region. Now, for more on this, we're being joined live by our correspondent, Anas Malik, coming to us from Kiev. It's nice to see you, Anas. Now, China has proposed a peace plan, and Zelensky says that he could have talks with China in this regard. Is China stealing the march, in a sense, where the U.S. would usually be the power center?
Well, at this point of time, China has largely shied away, Alison, and the thought in Kyiv would be very interesting as to how they respond. President Zelensky, remember, in his press conference on the 24th of February, had said that he would want to meet President Xi, but President Zelensky's offer was not accepted, at least prima facie, and the Chinese side has shied away from it. So, with what you have rightly pointed out, that they would want to overpower or overshadow the U.S. efforts, this move would largely be looked at more with skepticism. The Chinese plan, or the peace plan as it's being said, that too would be taken with a pinch of salt because of China-Russia partnership as well, or deepening ties lately, and especially with China voting against the resolution at the UNGA very recently, against which called for Russia to get out of or take their control out of the Ukrainian areas. So, amidst that, it would be taken with a lot of skepticism, but yes, to what you are saying, or to what you are alluding to, or what you are asking, I think yes, it is more to do with China trying to step up into the game and say or show to the world that since the US side could not do much towards peace, therefore it has something more tangible. But as I said, it would be taken with much skepticism here in Kyiv.
Right.
Listen.
Now, Anas, Russia has made the capture of Bakhmut a priority in its strategy. We know that there is a top Ukrainian general visiting the area now to boost morale. How much of an impact does an act like this have?
well, it's a matter of survival for Russia to ensure that they get Bakhmut, but at the same time, it's a symbol of resistance for Ukrainian people. The Battle of Bakhmut has been going on for weeks now. We've been seeing that President Zelensky himself has been keeping the nation updated with regards to the updates from Bakhmut. So after the fall of Soledar, for the Ukrainian side to hold on or to cling on to Bakhmut for its strategic position so that they do not lose any a very key area of Donbas region, I think that is what the Ukrainian side would be divulging its resources towards to, and rightly so. And that is the reason we saw this visit from the Commander General as well to the Bakhmut region yesterday, and it will definitely help as a moral booster by and large. But more than that is the Ukrainian side needs arms, and that is what we have seen that President Zelensky, Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba, the Defense Minister, everyone has been asking the world to provide them more and more arms so that they can push back or hold off the Russian offense as and when it happens, or in the regions that is currently on that where the offense is currently ongoing, they can give them a pushback. Alison.
Right, Anas, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest coming out of Kiev. WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.